Welcome to the video library for the Philadelphia Housing Authority's Housing Choice Voucher Program. In this video, we will provide a step-by-step guide to completing the Request for Tenancy Approval, commonly referred to as the RFTA, and the submission process in PHA's owner portal. When an owner has selected a PHA voucher holder to rent their available unit, the first step in the Housing Choice Voucher leasing process is to complete the Request for Tenancy Approval, or RFTA. You'll receive the RFTA from the voucher holder along with their PHA voucher. The RFTA will be pre-filled with the client name, client ID, and voucher size. The voucher is the family's authorization to search for housing. It serves as evidence that PHA has determined the family to be eligible for the program and that PHA expects to have money available to subsidize the family if they find an approvable unit. It specifies the unit size for which the family qualifies and includes both the date of voucher issuance and date of expiration. There is a 30-day grace period after the expiration date to submit an RFTA. The voucher unit size also sets the payment standard for the household. PHA's Schedule of Payment Standards by zip code is used to calculate housing assistance payments for HCV households. The payment standard is the maximum monthly assistance payment for a household assisted in the voucher program. The voucher holder may rent a unit smaller or larger than their voucher unit size, but PHA will always use the payment standard for the voucher unit size to determine the rent. Remember, the payment standards vary depending on the zip code of the selected unit. Now's the time to review the RFTA to ensure completion of all fields and signature lines to guarantee a streamlined approval process for both PHA and the owner. Let's start with the owner information section. For this section, please provide the owner's name as it appears on the property deed or HUD settlement sheet. Additionally, you may include either the vendor ID or tax ID associated with the entity. Your vendor ID, a 6-digit number, was provided to you by the owner services team upon completion of the PHA property owner application. The HAP payee information must include the name of the entity who will receive payments from the PHA, whether it is the property management company or yourself. Please include their name, vendor ID, or tax ID. If applicable, provide the agent information. This should be the person authorized to communicate with the PHA on the owner's behalf, and they need to be readily available to communicate with the PHA if there are any issues with the RFTA that could delay the leasing process. For the proposed unit information, please provide the exact address as listed on your Philadelphia rental license. PHA uses the City of Philadelphia's L&I website to verify this information, and the address must match what's listed on the RFTA street address. Next, please include the number of bedrooms, full bathrooms, half baths if applicable, and the year the property was built. Additionally, provide the requested rent and security deposit amounts. The rent requested for the tenant cannot exceed the rent charged for comparable unassisted units. PHA Owner Services determines rent based on neighborhood comparables in the private rental market. The security deposit can only be up to 2 months' rent, according to Pennsylvania landlord-tenant law. Next, please place a check mark next to the option that best describes your unit type. Payment responsibility for utilities must be established to identify who will cover each utility bill. Please mark the appropriate box to indicate the responsible party for each utility type: heat, cooking, hot water, water, and electricity. Next, select the fuel type that powers the utilities in the unit: gas, electric, or oil. Next, please carefully review PHA's owner certification requirements, including the requirements for Philadelphia taxes and rental license inspections, owner responsibilities for screening prospective tenants, and responsibilities under the Violence Against Women's Act. Please carefully review PHA's anti-fraud policy and the policy against illegal side payments. For more information about these requirements, please visit the resource section of the owner portal. Now we're going to move to page 2 of the RFTA and the signature page. There are 3 sections, page 2 that requires signatures by both the owner and the voucher holder. Please carefully review PHA's prohibition of renting to or from an immediate family member and the conflict of interest policy. Both the owner and tenant must sign this section to certify an understanding of both policies. If you or the tenant are renting to an immediate family member, do not sign, and you must submit a reasonable accommodation to PHA for review. If you believe you have a conflict of interest, please email owner services at hcblandlords@pha.phila.gov. For the lead-based paint owner certification, please select and sign one of the following options. If your unit was built on or after January 1st, 1978, check the first box. If your unit was built before January 1st, 1978, and you have obtained your lead safe certification in accordance with the City of Philadelphia's requirements to receive or renew a rental license, select the second option. If your unit was built before January 1st, 1978, and your unit has been found to be lead-based paint free by a certified EPA risk assessor, choose the third box. The tenant must complete the lead-based tenant certification and provide information if they have children under 6 years of age, including when they were tested for lead. If the lead test results were positive, please obtain the results from the tenant and submit with the RFTA. Now, we've arrived at the last section of the RFTA, which requires the owner and tenant signature. Please provide your signature and date, along with your telephone number and email address. You may include multiple phone numbers for contact purposes. The tenant must also sign and provide the same information. Please ensure all information is legible and easy to read in case PHA needs to contact you or the tenant. To scan the RFTA for submission to PHA, please adjust your scanner settings to 8.5 by 14 inches to properly scan the entire RFTA document. Given its length, using this size ensures the entire document is captured accurately. Now, your RFTA is ready to be submitted to PHA's HCB program. To upload your RFTA, please sign into your PHA Owner Portal account. Navigate to the Moves section and select Upload My RFTA. On the Upload My RFTA page, owners must select the appropriate vendor ID for the unit that matches ownership of the unit in the drop-down box. Then, enter the voucher holder's client ID, listed on page 1 of the RFTA, the prospective tenant's name, and unit street address and apartment number if applicable. After all fields are filled in, click Select Files to upload the RFTA, Philadelphia rental license, and proof of current real estate taxes. If transmitted successfully, a confirmation that your RFTA was successful will display at the bottom right corner of the screen. Please allow 2 business days for processing and for the RFTA to appear on the Moves tracker. If the RFTA is approved, owners will be notified via the Message Center and with directions to check the Inspection Appointment section of the owner portal for the inspection date. Owners will also receive an email notification with the inspection date from the owner portal. If information is missing to approve the RFTA, the owner will be contacted via the Owner Portal Message Center to reply with the additional information or documentation that is required to approve the RFTA. Check your Message Center for confirmation of RFTA submission by clicking the down arrow next to My Account and selecting Message Center. If the RFTA is not submitted correctly, you will be informed via the Message Center. Please resubmit the RFTA and any attachments through the Message Center to avoid creating duplicate submissions. And that's it. Once the RFTA is approved, owners and management companies can track the progress of the move in the Owner Portal's Moves Tracker. Thanks for watching the video today. We appreciate your interest in the HCB program and becoming part of the affordable housing solution in Philadelphia. If you have any questions about the RFTA submission process, please contact PHA's Owner Services team at hcblandlords@pha.phila.gov or call 215-684-4300.